Good afternoon. Our topics is all about portfolio analytics, and we have been laying the let's say the foundation for coming up with a model for portfolio analytics by learning how to make use of some packages like quant mode. So I'm going to this is more of a review. So ano tayo, no? This is I don't have any ready notes. I'm just going through the discussion. So let's load first the packages that we need. Control Alt I, and we know that we can make use of the Pacman package class. So let me just load that library, Pacman, and then from that same package, I'm going to use the P underscore load. Okay, and what are the packages that we're going to load? Of course, quant mode, and then we have uh, performance analytics. Sorry, just drink. Performance analytics. Let's also make use of portfolio analytics. Okay. And then what else? Maybe deploy R. And then there's this other package called impute TS. Let's use that. And also, let's make use of another package, Lubridate. Kanina ginamit namin to a while ago. Okay, so let's let's load this. Okay, once you have loaded it, class, kindly please chat so that I know if I'm ready to, if you're ready for me to continue. Okay, thank you. How about the others? Let's wait for the others. Okay. So it always pays class to familiarize yourself with the functionalities of a particular package. So like quant mode, we have been going through this and we have learned that there are many functionalities in quant mode. There are also other packages that are very important as far as finance is concerned. One of them is performance analytics. Another one is portfolio analytics. So it will pay class. Let's see. Tingnan natin what's performance analytics package in R. Okay, and you can see here in CRAN, the documentation for performance analytics here. Okay, so let's either or. Maybe let's try this. Sorry. And this will lead us to the PDF file. Okay.
Sir, I think your mic is off po.
Oh, I'm very sorry, class. So as I was saying, it's always important to look at what a particular package is all about. So performance analytics is all about about econometric tools for performance and risk analysis. So this comes with several functionalities that are very important. So this was uh, created in 2020, pero yung latest update nila is October 12, 2022. That's version 2.0.4. Okay. And if you take a look at the index, let's take a look at the index of what this package contains. Okay, here you can see in alphabetical arrangement. Okay, so alphabetically arrange yung functions. You can refer to that specific page, chart that regression, CAPM, okay, and several packages, no? Several functionalities. Okay, ang dami niya, class, which is very useful for financial analysts. Performance analytics provides an R package of econometric functions for performance and risk analysis of financial instruments or portfolios. Okay, so we'll make use of this, just like quant mode. So the good thing about documentation like this is that it will give you the code and then the syntax, and then what are the parameters, and then sometimes it gives an example. Okay, just like this one. So if you're interested to know this particular function, so this is active premium function. Okay, so active premium, what is this all about? Or active return here. Okay, it's the return on an investment's annualized return minus the benchmark's annualized return. So it's the assets annualized return minus the benchmark, whether it's Standard and Poor's, so ni-net niya, no? Benchmark's annualized return. So it's called active premium or active return. So this is the function, active return, RARB scale is equal to, and then there are three dots there for other other options. So these are the arguments. And then the details is that the active premium is the annualized return of the asset minus the benchmark's annualized return. So this was developed by Peter Carl. And here is an example. Okay, so the performance analytics comes with the data managers. Okay, and then so let's just take a look at this class. Okay, so let's copy this. I hope you have opened Control C, just to show you, illustrate to you, class, what is one good way of really making full use of the documentation. Control V. Okay, so let's see. Data manage. Okay, so this data class managers come from performance analytics. Okay. So it's an XCS object that contains columns of monthly returns for 6 hypothetical asset managers. So hypothetical asset manager 1 up to hypothetical asset manager 6. Okay, so let's just run this. Okay, so this is more of an illustration of really to optimize the use of the documentation. Okay, so let's just copy one. Okay, but let me first view let me view the managers here. So it's an, okay. So if I click this, all right. So these are the hypothetical asset manager. Okay, and there are other data here. Okay, so this is S&P 500. 10-year treasury, US short-term 3-month treasury. Okay, and then we have here EDHEC stands for dito, class. Naka-define yan dito, no? Okay. I forgot the meaning of EDHEC. It's okay. So let's just use one, for example, this one. Okay, so this one function, active premium managers 1 to 6, comma, managers 8 to 7. Okay, ano ba yung syntax nito, class? RA, RB, then scale. RA is your return vector of the portfolio. RB is the return vector of the benchmark asset. So you have here, let me copy that, Control C. Okay, oops, not that. This one. Okay, so 1 to 6 yung investment asset natin ito yun. So it contains HAM1 hanggang hypothetical asset manager up to 6, 7, and then yung sa 7 and 8, ito yung benchmark. So yung benchmark portfolio din, S&P 500 and the long-term bond ng US. So if I run this class, okay, it will give us now active premium. Okay, so the difference between HAM1 and the S&P 500 is 0.047. For HAM2, it's 0.07. For HAM3, it's 0.05. So it gives us the difference between these different assets and S&P 500. So from this one, we can see that the higher performing asset is HAM6 or HAM2, I mean HAM2. Kasi yung difference niya between the benchmark and the asset itself is around 7%. Okay, also this is the other benchmark. Okay, so I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an example, class. Favor class, yung mga late dumating, wag na muna kayo mag-message kasi nakaka-istorbo dun sa sa discussion. Mamaya na at the end of the period na kayo magpa-check na attendance, okay? All right. Any questions about this, class? Kasi parang nadi-discuss ako dito, tapos parang sumisigaw kayo na I'm present, no? So mamaya na at the end of the period. So let's exercise a little courtesy. Okay, any questions here, class? Paki-chat naman kung clear yung yung example na to. Isang function lang yung class, yung unang-unang nga lang tiningnan natin. So there are several other functions that you can learn from this one. Okay? And ang mga nag-develop nito class mga either mga mga practitioners, so they know what's needed in the actual world, in the real world. So they develop and they know about coding, developing programs in R. So that's what they do, and then they have it vetted. Tapos inaano nila yung pinapaano sa CRAN, and it becomes available to everyone. All right. Aside from that, class is kanina performance analytics. No? Ito naman yung portfolio analytics. Okay. So ito din class, ito yung PDF niya. So let's go straight here. Okay. So this one, October 22. No? So this was developed 5/17/2018. And then portfolio analysis, including numerical methods for optimization of portfolios. Okay, and then you can see here the same authors, no? Most of them. Si Peterson, si Carl, si Bout, si Bennett. These were the same authors dun sa performance analytics. Performance analytics came in later, no? 2020 si performance analytics. Nauna tong portfolio analytics. Pero pareho yung date ng ano nila, latest na version. The latest version is 1.1.0. So ano yung mga functions na andi dito, class? Right, andyan si efficient frontier. Gagamitin natin yan sa portfolio analytics. So plenty of functionalities here. And again, class, I invite you to take a look, no? Try. Tingnan niyo yung mga yung mga sample nila, no? And you will really learn from that, no? Okay, so let's now go back to our markdown. All right, so this is the example of active premium. Now, let's once again load. Let's start with a single asset, no? Review, quick review class, Control-Alt-I. Okay, so let's start with a single asset. Let's start with a very familiar one. Okay, sometimes it's best, class, to create an object. For example, I'm creating this object called tick, and this tick represents the apple, ticker symbol for apple. And then I don't want to put the date dun sa quant mode, sa get symbols itself. I want to create a separate representation for that. 2015, 1, 1. So this is January 1, 2015. And then let's put the end to be 2023, 12, 31. Okay. So we have predefined class yung ano yung asset natin, we called it tick. Now the advantage of this is, okay, so let's create this object apple, small a. And then the function, as we know, this is coming from quant mode, right? The function is get symbols. Okay, you can see here get symbols, get symbol lookup, get symbols. Ito yung ginagamit natin, no? May iba pa, get symbols. If you're getting it from Fred, okay, you can use this so that you don't need to write source is equal to Fred. Okay, Google, and then MySQL, Wanda, RDA, SQLite, and then this is the one that we're using, right? Okay, so but let's just use get symbols. Get symbols, okay. And then diba, ito yung get symbols, diba? Symbols, no? So our symbols, if we're going to write yung long way, our symbols is equal to tick, right? Ito yun. And then let's put here, can write here source is equal to Yahoo. And then our from is equal to the start, which we have defined a while ago here. And then to is equal to end. Okay. The advantage of this one, class, is that if we change this, for example, we want to change this, then automatically, if we run all the codes that that use start and end, it will automatically reflect this, make use of that. Now that's advantageous if you keep on using this start and end, and even the object tick. Okay, so just to complete it a bit, periodicity, let's just use daily data. Okay, and then comma. What's lacking here, class? Can you tell me, class? What do I need to put here so that we can create this AAPL object? Okay, thank you. You're correct. It's auto.assign or the environment. Okay, so let's put here auto data assign, and it should be equal to F or type false. Okay, so we have this function now. We have this code get symbols, and we're creating this object Apple. Okay, control enter. Okay, sorry, hindi ko pala run to. I'll run everything. Okay, there. So if we check this, okay, so it contains the data that we know, OHLC, open, high, low, close, volume, and then adjusted. Okay. All right. So, sige class. Now, what if I want to just to create an object that contains the adjusted price? What do I do, class? Let's create the object called Apple adjusted. So what do I need to do in order to generate or create an object called Apple Adj? And it contains only the adjusted price of Apple. Class, anyone? See, Apple object natin, 6 rows, 6 columns. No? I just want the adjusted. What do we do, class? Hello, class? Okay, let's see. Okay, Mary, thank you. So Mary suggests Apple adjusted is equal to, okay. Also, Miguel suggests, okay, so these are two correct answers, class. So for Mary, let's just copy this and put it here. Tapos, there's another suggestion here from Miguel. Okay, so both of these are correct. Okay, so if we're creating this object Apple adjusted, then since this is already existing, so we just subset the Apple that adjusted column. So this will now create a an object that only contains the adjusted price. Ganon din dito, no? Kaso dito, you have to give this a name. So whatever name you want to give this, adjusted. Okay? So it will generate the same result. Pareho lang mga adjusted price yan. Okay, so there are several ways to to go about that, class. No? And what if I just want, okay, let's copy this, Control C, and then let's create another one here, code chunk, Control Alt I, Control D. What if I just want to create here in this code chunk itself? How do we create the Apple adjusted? We're not going to use another line of code. Anyone, class? Take note, class, that this code will generate the AAPL object. Now, instead of generating the AAPL object, I want the Apple adjusted. So how do we do that, class? By the way, let's add here periodicity. Nawala yata yung periodicity ko. Any suggestion, class? In this case, we had to create the Apple object first and then subset it. Okay, using the dollar sign here, or using this should be AD. Okay, so I'm creating this object ADJ, and it's equal to the adjusted of the object AAPL. And that's assuming that AAPL is already existing, no, for this one. You have to have a Apple AAPL existing already before you can use this. Now, what if I'm just going to use this also, and not another code chunk, not another line of code chunk? Okay, here may answer pala si Angelica, no? Angelica, ito kasi, no? Ito, similar to dito, no? Control C. Dito rin siya, dito. Pareho lang siya dito. Apple, tama. Okay? 6. Okay, kasi ang assumption nito, meron tayong AAPL object. But here, I'm not going to create the AAPL object. I'm going straight to create the Apple adjusted. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but yeah, you're correct. Tama ito, no? Pero ang gusto natin, yeah. Thank you, Angelica. Ang gusto natin, hindi tayo mag-create ng Apple, ah. So itong 3 examples sa to class, ito, these are all correct. But of course, we should have created already AAPL. Otherwise, this will return an error term. Kasi hindi ma-recognize kung wala pang AAPL. No? In this case, class, ayaw natin gumawa ng AAPL. Actually, the answer is already related there sa isang binigay. No? Ano yun, class? How do I create the adjusted? Just using this. Anyone, class? Make use of the answers above. Andyan yun, no? Andun yung answer sa taas eh. Yung tatlong sinagot ng classmates nyo, andyan siya. Anyone, class? Come on, andun class yung answer. Andyan sa taas. It's sa tatlong yan. It's here. We know, class, this will generate apple, di ba? Ito, apple to eh. So, but I don't want to create apple. Ang gusto kong apple adjusted. Okay, so palitan ko to, no? I'm not interested in creating apple, but the apple adjusted price. Yeah. So what do I do with this one, class? Dito na, class, yung answer. Ito. Here. Diba? Isa subset ko lang. Yan, class. Because this will subset, class. This will subset. Right? This will generate your apple. Ito. Up to here, class. Ito. This will generate your apple object. Right? And then it's subset. Diba? Just like this one. Okay? So I hope that's clear, class. Clear? By including this, yung pag-subset class, then we're creating the apple adjusted. I'll run this. Okay, so we now have this apple adjusted. Okay, so it will only contain the apple adjusted prices. Okay, so then class, now what about, can we also use that class, Control C? Let's experiment with this one. So I'm going to use now apple adjusted one. Okay, let me just remove quant mode here. Okay, and remove this. Now, will this generate the same thing, class? I'm creating this object, Apple adjusted one. Okay, just like this one, class. Diba ginamit natin si AD, right? Ito, AD, of the whole thing here. Okay, can you tell me, class, if it generated also the Apple adjusted prices? Okay. How about the others? Thank you, Migs. How about the others, class? What happened, class? Okay, good. All right, so you can play around with those. No? You can use CL here and then get symbols. Okay, it will generate the closing prices. Okay, and not only that, class, you can, of course, make use of, let's see, weekly prices. Weekly closing prices. So that's Apple, the week, then close. So several ways to do this, class. No? Let's just copy this. So we can use CL here, class. And then, of course, we have to replace this with weekly. Weekly, and then closing prices. Or either this one, so that's CL, well, small n lang, or, okay, or this one, plus bracket, the closing price is column 4. Okay, so let's see, class, are we able to generate the weekly closing prices? Apple week close, and then, so we have to change this into weekly. Okay, so same stop, pick, start, and weekly, and then the fourth column. So what do you get, class? Run. Oops, I made a mistake here. So now I'm coming. Symbols. Symbols. Okay, na doble. Ay, mali yung spelling ko, sorry. Weekly. There. Okay, so you should now have this one, Apple Weekly. Right there. Okay, if we compare, class, yung Apple natin, okay, yung adjusted natin. Let's take a look at adjusted. It started with January 2, 2015, because that's the first trading day. Now, what about if we're getting the weekly price? Yun yung class, no? O, gawin natin adjusted to para pareho tayo. So let's get the adjusted here, 6, and this one is ABJ, adjusted, Apple weekly adjusted, run natin po. So Apple weekly adjusted. Okay, notice that pag weekly, class, it starts with 1, 1, no? January 1. See, daily, class, so Apple adjusted natin, 24.4357. So saan ang galing to, class? Yung weekly adjusted natin, 24.08. Ito, 24.4357. Then ito, class, 1-1, no? Eh, wala naman tayong January 1, di ba? So did it get the previous price? Yun ang question doon. Okay, so let's get another one. Gawin natin dito, Control C, para may comparison tayo. So let's make this monthly. Monthly adjusted prices. So dito, I'll replace this with MO, month. So what will change here? Ito monthly. Monthly. Okay, so everything the same. Periodicity natin monthly, and then it's still the sixth column. Okay, same asset, APL. And then if we run this, and then let's print it. Okay, so what do you notice here, class? 2015, 1, 1. It's 26. Monthly yun. Yung weekly, 1, 1, 24. Yung daily, 1, 2. No? 24.4357. Question, saan ang galing mga figures na yan, class? Itong 26.18527 na yan. Bakit mag-iba yung January 1, 2015 dun sa monthly at saka dun sa weekly? Anyone, class? Can anyone venture a guess? Ano sa tingin nyo, class? This is weekly, no? January 1, 2015, pero 24.08 siya. Tapos ito naman, January 1, 2015 din, pero 26.18527. So, saan ang galing? Saan nakuha yan? Ito, February 1, March 1. So, this is monthly, no? Ito naman yung weekly. January 1, January 8, January 15. So, what do you think, class? Any guess? Any guess, class? Okay, so let me just answer that. Kasi medyo mahirap yun. So, in the interest of time, class, let's take a look at the adjusted price. Okay, let's take a look at monthly, class. No? Monthly muna tayo. Okay, ano, class? What's the last day of the month for January? What is the last day of the month for January, class? January 31 ba? May 31 ba? I mean, dito sa data natin, sa daily prices. Okay, 30 lang, no? 30. January 30. Ito. Okay. How much is the January 30 price? January 30 price. How much? January 30. How much? Okay. Okay, you're correct. 26.18527. How does that compare with the monthly prices? Same. Okay. So ganun pala, class, no? If we ask R to get monthly prices, okay, this one, ang gagawin niya, class, for the whole month of January, it will be represented by the last trading day of the month of January. Okay, tingnan natin to, diba? 26.1857. Yun ang ginawa ng January 1. Sabi natin, saan kaya nanggaling to? Yung price na to, class, came from Okay, the end price, January 30. Ito yun. 26.18528, no? This one. So, yun yung ginamit ni R to represent January sa monthly prices. So, tingnan naman natin February. Check na natin. February, ang last trading day is 27. So, it's 28.82413. Let's compare that with the monthly here. 28 point, tama ba? 28.71082. So ano siya dito sa adjusted 28.71082 February. Pareho ba, class? $28.82413. So dito, 28.71082. So is it the same, class? Hindi, di ba? 28.71082. Asan yung 28.71082? Saan dito yun sa February? Saan siya sa February, class? Nasa February ba? Apparently, parang wala, no? Yung March naman, class. Last na titingnan natin to. 27,918,991,987. Let's go to the adjusted. $91,987. Ano yung end ng March? Tama siya dito. Got me, class? Are you following, class? Okay. So, I'm surprised kasi kanina, sa kabilang section, pareho yung February, yung end ng February. Ito, February 27, 28,82413. At saka yung February dito. Okay? Yung March pareho eh. So I'm not certain about this, class, kung bakit will it be possible na dun sa algorithm may mali? I'm not sure, class, kasi kanina na-surprise din ako na magkaiba kasi ang ang ginagawa ni R, class, yung last day of the month, yun ang ginagawa niyang representative ng January, ng particular month. So ito sa siyempre January 1, 2015. Next is February 1, 2015. So ang representative na value niyan will be the closing of the month. Now, itong weekly naman, class, tingnan natin to. Saan galing tong 24,08214 na to? Galing siya sa, if we take a look at this, 24,082, no? Dito, saan siya galing? Ito, class. So pag weekly, ang kinukuha niya, class, yung 7, and then 14, and then 21, and then 28, and then next. So that's every 7 days. pero nagsisimula siya sa 7. Bali, end of the week technically, no? First week is 1 up to 7. So, whatever day 7 is, it doesn't matter. Basta ang kukunin niya itong price na to. Tapos yun ang ilalagay niya sa weekly. Okay? All right. Anyway, so I just wanted to point that out to you, class, na R has a way of kung kukunin yung monthly, kung weekly, may way siya kung ano yung anong gagawin na value for a particular week or a particular month, no? Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so maybe let's try to have another, let's learn another function. Okay, so bigla lumabas kanina sa ilang section and I want to discuss that with you. Yung paggamit ng dates, for example, Control Alt I. Okay, let's create this object. Day 1. I'm going to name it day 1. Alt minus, and then it represents 2015 01 02. So this is January 2, 2015. So let's determine, class, kung anong araw to, no? So this is day 1 and I have here the day. So if I create this object day 1, of course we know that this is just a character. Hindi date yan. Ayan, no, character. Day 1. In fact, if I get the class of this, class of day 1, so it's a character. All right, now we can convert, let's create another one, day 1 underscore D. Okay, and then let's make use of dun sa lubricate function, class, lubricate function. Lubricate package, class, sorry. Lubricate package, merong function na YMD. Okay, YMD, which parse the dates with year, month, and day components. So it transforms the dates stored in character and numeric vectors to date or POSIX CT object. Okay, so tulad nito, no? Iwa-YMD ko si day 1. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm converting this day 1, 2015-01-02 into a YMD. Okay, and then if I get the class of day 1 underscore D, so let's see this class. Control Enter. All right, so if I take a look here, day 1D. So day 1D is still it's a vector, no? However, it's no longer a character, it's a UTC, Universal Time Convention. Naalala niyan, date yan, di ba? And it's a date object already. Okay? So in fact, let's find out, class. Kasi may sa lubricate meron din weekday. That's a weekday function. Yan, no, class? Yan. Lubricate, weekday function. So yung X, kung ano yung object, label, kung ipapa-label nyo, kung true or false, ipa-label natin. So get or set days component of a date time. Okay, so let's use this. Ang kailangan lang naman natin yung X at saka yung label. So ano yung X natin? Ang X natin is day 1D, no? In other words, class, pinapahanap natin kung anong weekday January 2 fell. And then label, pa-label natin is equal to true. Yan. Okay, I'm going to ask you now to run this. Tell me, class, are we able to define kung ano yung day ng trading na to? Okay, good. What day was January 2, 2015? Friday. Okay. Friday. In fact, you can experiment. Gusto nyo, ano ba yun? 24, It's February 2, 16. Yun natin ha. Let's see. If you run this, Friday then, tama. 24. 16. Okay? Anyway, I just wanted to point that out to you kasi na-discuss namin kanina yan sa kabilang class. All right, so let's now go to and continue. Let's now go load a portfolio of assets. So far, class, kasi we're now going to portfolio analytics. No? So we learned how to generate a just a single priced asset. Now in this case, gusto natin maraming maraming object naman. So let's use tickers. Kanina tick lang, ito tickers, marami. And then let's a while ago, let's generate a vector of tickers. Ang ginawa namin kanina class, we looked for the top 10 let's see, top 10 ETFs, no? Exchange traded funds. Okay, so ano na lang, global na lang. Okay, ito 10 best ETFs. Tingnan natin to. 10 best exchange traded funds of February. Okay, Vanguard, mostly Vanguard, meron tayong iShares. Doon na tayo class sa top 25, no? Ito top 25. Okay, so these are itong SPY class, it's an exchange traded fund. It mimics yung S&P 500. Sinusundan niya yung movement ng S&P 500. Then we have IVV, core din ng S&P 500 to eh. So palitan lang natin. Vanguard ganun din. Panay nakalink siya sa sa exchange sa S&P 500. So pili tayo SPY, and then this is FTSE naman to, no? Yung index ng UK. Okay, ano pa? Total bond market. Sige, lagyan natin to. Okay, maglagay na tayo, no? So let's use first SPY, and then sige, QQQ, and then ito, yung Morgan Stanley, no? Commodity Index, yung East Asia and Far East ETF, EFA. Sige, yun ang kunin natin. Let's get 5 class. So C, so we have first SPY, and then ano pa yung ano? Nalimutan ko kagad. QQQ, and then EFA, na rin IWF. QQQ. EFA. Tapos, yung bond na lang, BND. Tsaka meron doon US kanina. Let's use this US. I'm going to shift this to something. US. Okay, so these are exchange traded funds, no? Tapos ang gagawin natin class, so mag-tickers tayo, no? Let's okay. So under tickers class, mag-create tayo ng ng isang object called portfolio prices. So nagka-create tayo ng object na ang laman niya, portfolio prices. Ipa-function natin to. So initially, wala muna siyang laman. Null muna siya. And then, mag-ano tayo, for, let's create a function for ticker, individual ticker in the tickers. So ipapaloop kasi natin, no? So i-define natin kung ano yung, ito naka-define na yung tickers, and then what will happen is that mag-get symbols tayo, get symbols per ETF. So per ticker yon. So let's define now our portfolio prices. Our portfolio prices, alt minus, mag-get symbols tayo ngayon. Wait. Ang gagawin natin, so ibabind natin sa isang object. So we're going to use cbind class. Isi-cbind natin si portfolio prices. I-generate natin si portfolio prices. Tapos si portfolio prices, ang mangyayari niyan, it will generate each of these. SPY, QQQ, EFR. Tapos ibabind natin siya. Magsasama-sama natin sa isang object called portfolio prices. And what do we do with this? Okay. Get symbols tayo. Get symbols, and then huwag na natin lagay yung source. Gamitin lang natin ito para okay, makagamit din tayong get symbols.yahoo. It's the same as get symbols and then source is equal to Yahoo. Okay, then ticker. So isa-isa niya. Ticker, and then take out si ticker. So una muna si spy kasi nasa ticker si ticker. Okay, si ticker, and then of course alam natin na from is equal to yung start, define natin sa taas yan, to is equal to end, and then ilagay natin periodicity is equal to daily, comma, auto.assign natin, auto.assign is equal to F. Yan. And then ang kunin lang natin, okay, this is now critical. Ang kukunin natin class is yung, let's just get the adjusted prices. Okay. So six column. All right. So let's check. May tickers tayo yung limang ETFs na yan. We're going to start with portfolio prices. Null muna, wala muna naman. Tapos iluloop niya, okay, i-generate tong portfolio prices. Iko-column bind niya. Okay, ano iko-column bind niya si portfolio prices? Ano laman no? Isa-isa, no? Ticker, una muna si SPY, tapos si QQQ, tapos si EFA, tapos si bond, tapos si US. Ang kinukuha lang sa kanila yung adjusted prices. Okay, daily prices. Okay, so let's run this class. Run natin. Okay, I'll give you, notice kanina class, yung portfolio prices, nagsimula muna null. No? Tapos biglang sumunod-sunod na. Yung nasama na si SPY, si QQQ, EFA. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds class to work on that. And please chat class if you were able to get yung object na portfolio prices. It should contain this one. Oh wait, delivered. Yeah, may missing values. May mali yata ako sa nila class. I'm getting an error. C-bind. Ito, mali ako dito. So, ang get symbols ko ito, tapos naka-close siya dito, tapos naka-subset, tapos yung C-bind ko dapat dito. Sorry, class. Mali yung ano ko, mali yung parenthesis ko sa dulo. Okay, tama. C-bind beginning, ending dito. Kasi yung get symbols natin, dapat ito magsasarado nun. Yung auto.assign. Okay, so let me run this. And let me see. Tingnan yung portfolio prices null muna tapos naging XTS object siya. Okay, may mga NA tayo, no? May mga NA tayo. So we will have to, let's first check class. Okay, paki-chat naman please if you were able to get it, please. I'd like to know if you're able to follow. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, I hope everybody was able to follow. No? Now, now deliberately class, sinali natin US kasi may mga missing values to. And A. First things first, palitan muna natin yung yung mga column names sila kasi ang pangit ng column names. Ang haba, no? I don't like those column names. I want very simple lang. So dito na lang natin ilagay class. I'm sure you know this class, column names, no? Column names ng portfolio prices natin. Column names sila should be alt minus. Concatenate natin si, ayan, si SPY. Small letters na lang. Here, QQQ. Ito lang to. C, tapos palitan ko na lang. Control V. It's going to make it small. I, A, and bonds. Then US. Yan. Quotes. So I'm just renaming class yun. Ayoko kasing column names ang hahaba. Okay, so portfolio prices here, yeah, we're okay. All right, but again, class, we have a column, we have an asset here that has many missing values. So let's check, class. Are there other assets that have missing values? Let's check if there are assets with NA values. Kasi if we're doing portfolio optimization, hindi pa pwede class sa controls. Hindi pa pwede meron tayong missing values. So, okay, I will not anymore ask you, kasi it will take time if you keep on guessing. So there's a function called call sums lang naman, no? Column sums. So what we're going to do is ask R to add, okay, is.NA. Ibig sabihin nun, kung may mga NA dun sa mga columns yan, and the object is portfolio prices. Okay? So very simple function, class. Pinapahanap lang natin kay R yung addition sums. I-sum niya yung mga NA dun sa portfolio prices. Portfolio prices has 5 columns. So hahanapin niya yung mga sum na mga NA dun. Okay? Can you run that, class, and tell me what happens? Meron ba kay SPY ba, kay QQQ, kay IEFA, kay BND, kay US? Si US alam natin. But for the others, we don't know. Answer please, class. Meron, no? Sino meron? Si SPY ba meron? Si QQQ meron? Zero NAs beside US. Okay, thank you. Yeah, si US ang dami, no? 2,221. Ilan ba lang yung nila? 2,264. So, ibig sabihin 43. 43 lang yung may values niya. The rest are missing values. You're correct, class. You're correct. So, if we, this is a very simple function, pero malaking tulong niya, class, pag nag-check tayo kung kung may mga missing values sa isang particular column sa isang object, no? Sa isang time series o sa isang data frame. Okay? So good. SPY, QQQ, IEFA, and bond are all complete. US lang. So, Okay, palitan na lang natin class si ano. Okay, so let's rerun this. Copyhin na lang natin to. Wag nyo na lang class, I suggest, wag nyo na lang palitan yung US. Dito lang natin class si ano. As an exercise na rin. Tapos let's choose another ano. Ano ba yung ano pang ano? Let's see. Schwab, iShares, Russell na lang, no? Mid cap. Gold share. Sige, GLD na lang class. Or anything you want. GLD. So let's use the gold exchange traded fund, GLD. So we will have to replace this with GLD. Capital GLD. Okay, and this one we replace with small GLD. Okay. So if we run that class, okay, pareho lang ano, pinalitan lang natin yung ano, yung US. So if I run this, it will generate once again portfolio prices. So anong nangyari class? In-overwrite niya yung dating portfolio price. So, ayan. And then let's check kung may mga missing values. Okay, I'm just going to run this, ito. Kasi pareho naman yung name ng object. Control Enter. Okay, good. Kompleto tayo. All right, class, any questions so far?
Sir,
Yes?
I have a question po. Necessary po ba talaga na kailangan maging null muna yung portfolio prices?
Necessary kung dapat maging null.
Opo.
Okay,
Na dapat
so
iset po as null muna.
sige, let's experiment class ha. Tanggalin natin tong ano no. So magfo-for ticker na tayo dito. So yung portfolio prices is equal to null. It just sets the the beginning value. Okay, gawin natin dito para hindi mawala yung ano. Let's create this, no? Portfolio prices 1. Okay? Gawin natin portfolio prices 1 para ma-preserve pa rin natin yung kaninang. Okay. Sige. Try nyo class, no? I-remove natin yung parang beginning value ni portfolio prices kasi ginawa natin null. But that's a good question. Sino nagtanong na yun? Aljan, ikaw
Jared
ba yan?
po.
Jared, sige. Jared, sige, ikaw, answer that. I just created a new object, no? Portfolio prices 1, no? Para ano? Para ma-preserve lang natin si portfolio prices.
Not found po yung lumabas sa akin.
O, sa iba class, sa iba. How about the others class? Hello? Are you following class? Jared posed a very good question here, no? Ang sabi ni Jared, kailangan pa bang i-set natin as a start na null yung ano, yung laman ng portfolio prices natin? What are the others getting class? So i-run nyo to. Tanggalin natin null ng portfolio prices. And then just go directly to ano to portfolio prices. What are the others getting, class? Okay. All right. Nag-error siya, no? So what does that tell us, Jared?
Or necessary para po lumabas yung portfolio prices.
Kailangan, no? Kailangan magsiset tayo na wala muna siyang laman, no? Okay, so let me control Z. Babalik ko lang yung ano, ha? Okay, so necessary to class, no? Setting the portfolio prices to be null. All right, so saan na tayo? Now we have to create, may time pa naman tayo, no? Kasi yung portfolio natin, i-compare natin sa benchmark yan. So let's load benchmark the benchmark prices, okay? So let's create this object benchmark. Ang benchmark natin gawin natin, again, parang ito yung tick kanina, no? Ang benchmark natin, gawin natin yung yung usual na ginagamit na benchmark. So other assets are compared against that. And then, syempre, mag-ano na tayo, benchmark prices. Okay, get symbols na tayo. Again, gawin natin ng Yahoo na lang for a change, no? So symbols natin is equal to benchmark. Okay, dito ko na lalagay. Okay, dito lang. From is equal to start. To is equal to end. Periodicity is equal to daily. And then auto.assign is equal to false. Okay? And then kunin natin yung adjusted. Okay, for a change, kung gusto natin, gamitin naman natin yung AD dito, AD. There. Para na iba naman yung natin. And we were able to show a while ago that we'll get the adjusted prices. Okay, so what do we get here, class? Were you able to get the benchmark prices? And then, natin, call names, tuloy-tuloy ko na. Call names ni benchmark prices. Oops. GSPC na lang. Okay? All right, tell me what you get here, class. Check na rin natin yung call sums natin. Okay, class, what do you get? Waiting for your feedback, class. Okay. Benchmark natin si Standard & Poor's 500. Were you able to generate the benchmark prices, class, using the AD? Okay. So, yan, experiment tayo, no? AD, tas kanina naman yung subset. So, we know, para mas marami tayong alam, no? Okay, so, I haven't run this. I-run ko na rin. And then, if I just check, si benchmark prices, should be here. Okay, yan, GSPC na siya, no? 2264. All right. Then, check natin kung may mga missing values. Hopefully wala. Okay, good. Wala missing values. All right, lastly, class, we're going to get the returns, no? So we learned last time making use of the period returns, daily returns, weekly returns. Let's use another returns function, okay? So let's create this object benchmark returns minus, and then we're going to use there's this function called ROC, and this is from the TTR package, technical trading in R, no? Yan, no? ROC nino, anong object, n is equal to kung anong log. No? Kasi di ba yung returns pwedeng, pag n is equal to 1, yung previous value lang. N is equal to 2, you go two values before that. No? Ang default, n is equal to 1. And then type is equal to, kung log returns, continuous. Kung arithmetic returns or simple returns, discrete. No? So this gives us the rate of change. Okay, so this is a function. So ilagay lang natin dito TTR. Okay, technical trading in R. And notice hindi natin linode to kasi TTR comes with quant mode. Okay, so kunin natin yung rate of change ni benchmark prices. Okay. And then ano sabi dito? Type, no? Type is equal to, so kung arithmetic lang class, discrete. Yan. Okay? So if I run this class, control enter, and benchmark returns, it's almost time class. I don't mind you stepping out, no? I'll just finish this portion para pareho tayo ng kabilang section, and you may leave class. Okay, benchmark returns, may NA dito, di ba? Kasi walang previous value. Okay? But if we just check lang natin to 1.82. Tama ba yan? Kasi ang benchmark price natin is, let's see. So this one, Control C, Control D. The current divided by the previous, Control C, Control D, and then minus 1. Di ba? Ito yung formula, no? Control Enter. So that's 0.018278, which is this one. 0.018278, no? 2 decimal places, kaya and negative. So we're correct here. Okay, now, of course, there's a missing value here. So, pwede natin ilagay na lang para if you want to remove the missing value, automatically, then pwede natin ilagay dito na ito, no? NA.omit. I-omit natin si NA. Close natin ito. Okay? So if I run this, Control Enter, then I go to benchmark returns. Okay, ano nangyari? Pag ayaw niya, ibig sabihin, yung TTR doon comes in the way. Ayan, wala na. Okay, refresh ko lang. Wala na yung NA, no? And of course, class, if you want the log returns, okay, lagyan natin dito log returns. So simple lang sa ano, no? Simple lang sa ROC. So this again is another function. So kung tutuusin class, ang daming function na pwede natin gawin, no? Gawin ako lang log to. Alt and copyhin ko na lang to. Control C, Control V. Tanggalin ko na tong TTR kasi alam naman natin yan. Type is equal to continuous dito. Continuous. Yan. Okay, so benchmark returns log. Okay, so run and log benchmark returns. Asa na si log? Ito ba? Hindi ko makita dito. Ito log. Okay, tinanggalan natin yung na.omit, no? Okay, and we can of course check kung log returns nga yan. Okay, so let's end here, class. So just a quick recapitulation. We learned, we had the review of quant mode, we had the review of the use of symbols, get symbols, and then we learned how to get a series of multiple assets, okay? And then we learned how to check if there are missing values, okay? And then we learned how to use the ROC, rate of change. Okay, so next meeting, class, we're going to continue our discussion on this and move forward to portfolio optimization and portfolio analytics. Okay, thank you so much, class, and have a great day ahead. Let me stop recording now.